did. I have held her babies to keep me from making new ones. And
She makes some good kids.
And then one in particular loves me. I love both of them, but one in particular just loves me. And that's my very best baby friend. And so I want to welcome the carrier that takes care of my baby friend.
Good to have a baby friend today.
Please welcome to the mic, or the proverbial mic. Please welcome to the space, Jasmine Green.
I appreciate being here. Thanks for inviting me. Yes, I have two little humans. They're awesome. How old are they? My oldest just turned 7 last month, and my youngest will turn 3 in a couple weeks.
Oh, yeah. 3 is a really gangster age. They don't give a fuck about nothing.
When they say terrible 2s, it's a lie. It's 3.
It's 3.
We're in that mode.
You want to fight them. You mad because they did them.
It's
You ready to fucking fight? Yeah. I fight grown men.
very
They're very cute.
Thank you. I worked hard for 9 months to,
They're very cute.
to get it.
And they're romantic. With us.
Oh, look, okay. So what I chose today, like everybody else, it's been a long time. I've been drowning in computer screens, so it's nice to be out in the world with people and not trying to decipher toddler gibberish. But this poem I wrote a while ago for myself, and I thought that it would be nice to revisit it. COVID, with the whole lockdown and everything, it really had me evaluate what being at home was, what being a mother was, what being a partner was. Because when you're in the house 24/7 was, whew, okay, sure, okay. So a lot of growth, a lot of self-reflection, and what self-care meant as well. It's hard when you're at home with kids and a partner that sometimes you just want to, we're not going to talk about it.
You love them.
I do. I adore them. I adore them.
They get on your
Yeah,
nerves. You love them.
yeah, I do. I do. I got lucky. And I wish I never met her at all, even though I love her so, and she got love for. To all the boys I never loved before, thank you. Thank you for understanding that I was jealous of the fact that you treated me better than I could myself.
Oh, shit.
Even though you treated me like shit. Good morning texts were of arrogance rather than reassurance. Love songs were an annoyance rather than relatable. So much so, I was brooding over never being able to brood over lyrics I could never possibly understand. But thank you for not being a sob story. To have you tell me you didn't date black girls when I already knew, also knowing that you were not the type to run, so that's when I would offer the chase. An uninterested black girl making herself want what she can't have, making my own expectations unrealistic. Thank you for making me realize that those same expectations were from the movies, and to expect such things made it so that you couldn't live up to such lies, and I had to lie and say that you were who I wanted to exceed them. And even when your romance had a chance, I told you it was too much. Thank you for accepting that I couldn't accept you because I couldn't accept myself. Never being jealous in the possibility that you may find someone better, but instead hoping for it. I wanted to be your example of who you shouldn't end up with. Thank you for making me want more than myself, for making me want you to have more than myself. Thank you for allowing me to leave early enough to not allow you to blame me for you cheating on me. I do apologize to your future wife for that. Thank you for not loving me hard enough to take my breath away, not only in the figurative sense, but the literal as well. For not leaving bruises when kisses and hickeys were apparent, making me isolated in a world in which I already felt alone, even more so with you. You see, I put myself in these situations with boys where I wouldn't have to commit to my own destruction. Thank you for not being my survival story. To all the boys I could have loved before, Thank you for proving that having you love me was not the proof of my worth, but the absence of it. To the girl I should have loved, I'm sorry. I didn't love you enough to love myself. I'm sorry I made you change everything about yourself so that you felt you were good enough to run into the very arms of the people who wanted you to change. I'm sorry I believed I had to be lighter. I'm sorry I made you believe you had to find a way to be blacker. Sorry you felt you had to promote your whiteness to be good enough for a dude with a cow lick you now see. Wasn't that cute? I'm sorry that you couldn't accept me alone.
You all love the ugly motherfucker. I love made him cute. It's okay. It's okay. I love made him cute.
Oh goodness.
Real.
I had to sit with that, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry that you couldn't accept being alone. You could only find validation through others. That I thought Michelle was only the shit when she had Beyonce and Kelly, and that made you believe you needed toxic friendships to get by.
Ooh.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you I loved you enough, that you were good enough, that you were beautiful, but I promise to start now.